And the uncomfortable truth is that banks seeing the most traction with AI aren't actually the ones with the best models. They're the ones with the cleanest infrastructure underneath. I'm Adrian Congiu, and I lead product management at Mambu. So we come up with new product concepts, new product initiatives, ways to deliver new features and functionality for the system. And yeah, we help ensure that our system continues to scale and grow with clients' demands.
So, how is AI changing the role of core banking systems?
AI is changing the role of core banking systems by pushing them from historically being simple systems of record, from processing transactions and maintaining balances, towards becoming true systems of intelligence. We're moving into an era where the core doesn't just store data, instead it surfaces insights in real time to drive actions and automate complex tasks. That shift changes what we ask of our infrastructure. It needs to expose clean, structured, real-time data, and it needs to support event-driven flows. It needs to be composable enough for AI to plug in without bespoke integration work.
We're seeing a growing gap between banks' AI ambitions and what their core systems can actually support. What happens to those banks that struggle to close the gap?
For the banks that struggle to close the gap, the consequences will ultimately unfold in three distinct phases. In the short term, banks that adopt lighter use cases, like basic chatbots, isolated document processing, or internal productivity tools, really won't shift the needle in terms of real business outcomes. Competitors with superior modern infrastructure in the medium term, who do lean into the technology, will exponentially compound their advantage. They'll realize faster product launches, a significantly lower cost to serve, and highly optimized risk decisioning. So the ultimate strategic risk is that AI is creating an entirely new tier of operational efficiency. Banks running on fragmented legacy cores simply cannot access this efficiency at speed or scale.
Can you break down what an intelligent core is?
An intelligent core is a banking infrastructure that can natively receive, interpret, and act on AI signals in real time, rather than requiring a separate AI layer bolted on top of the core. For a core to be truly intelligent, we think three things must really be true. First, the data must be clean, structured, and instantly accessible without heavy extraction overhead. Secondly, the APIs must be rich enough for automated AI agents to independently discover and execute operations. And third and finally, the system must respond to automated instructions within active operational workflows, not just analytical reporting layers. When you bring all of these three things together, you have a technology platform that transforms a bank's operations to deliver faster and deeply personalized services. Data foundations matter for AI in banking because AI is quite literally only as good as the data that it runs on. In banking, that is a massive operational constraint. Traditional core systems typically capture only a fragmented 20 to 30% view of the customer journey. That data scarcity forces teams into manual processes and severely limits what AI can actually execute on. The gap is broader than just model quality. It's about real-time access to clean data. That is exactly the problem that Mambu Insights was built to solve. At its center is the Mambu Data Lake, which centralizes core data into curated business-ready data products aligned with Mambu's APIs. It uses change data capture to deliver new real-time updates without impacting the operational system.
How will AI agents work alongside humans to automate operations and assist with product configuration?
So AI agents will work alongside humans to automate operations through a model of augmentation, not replacement. AI agents excel at handling routine, structured tasks like data retrieval, synthesis, and execution, while humans can stay firmly in the loop for judgment, complex exceptions, and regulatory sign-off. This is where the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, changes things. It's an open source standard that acts as a universal adapter between AI workflows and underlying APIs, abstracting raw banking APIs into structured tools that an agent can discover, understand, and execute. Rather than requiring agents to navigate 300 plus operations, MCP uses semantic embeddings and keyword matching to discover the relevant API endpoint based on intent, and then act upon it.
Regulators are starting to pay closer attention to AI in financial services. How do you see that shaping what banks need from their core systems?
Regulatory attention is shaping what banks need from their core systems around explainability, auditability, and accountability. Under new rules like DORA and the EU AI Act, You have to prove exactly what your AI agents are doing, down to the millisecond. That requires deep audit trails at the core ledger level, not just on the surface layer. The takeaway is simple. Regulatory pressure favors a well-architected infrastructure. Composable cores let you innovate fast and stay compliant, while legacy systems just create compliance bottlenecks.